Excellent work out there, Hailey, and you, Descendant. We're ready for Hailey's treatment as well as your inversion reinforcement. Command is with me. We'll begin analyzing the intel in depth. We need to get across this quickly. HQ, over and out.
Excuse me. Can I have a moment? Can I have a word? It won't take long. I have your back. Hailey, reporting for duty. I'm the newest recruit to the Descendant Corps. I appreciate your support out there. I was able to safely complete my first mission, thanks to you. I also heard that this inversion amplification process wouldn't have been possible without you and the other seniors. During the operation, I wasn't feeling well, but I didn't realize it was because of inversion energy. Anyway, the being that I can see behind you, is that the guide system?
It is good to meet you, Hailey. I am Guide, the Descendant-specific genetic user interface. I'm glad we have another Descendant. I have finished synchronizing with your RK. I look forward to working with you.
It's an honor, Guide. I look forward to working with you too. Phew. I was slightly worried that I might not be able to link with her. Like that senior whose name we won't mention. So that's a relief. Although, that person... When I was a regular soldier, he helped me out of a few tricky situations. I was really shocked when I heard that he'd committed treason. He wasn't like that when I knew him. But since my RK has been awakened, I am determined I will never become like him. I aim to be an honorable descendant, just like the seniors who have come before me. So, I've linked to the guide, and my inverted energy issue has been fixed as well. All that's left is for Eugen to confirm I'm fully healed. I'll concentrate on recovering as soon as possible, and get back to the front line. Hope to see you out on the battlefield soon.
It won't be easy getting Eugen to sign her off as fully recovered. It'll be some time before Hailey is back on the front line. Descendant, HQ has initiated an operation which requires the deployment of the Descendant Corps. When you've finished your equipment maintenance, head to HQ. I'll be ready to brief you.
Do you need information? What about?
Descendant, do you remember the Vulgus commander that you and Hailey encountered in the quarantine zone? While retrieving and examining the corpse of that commander, we discovered a communications log that appears to be very important. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to decipher the contents. It seems that the Vulgus have developed a new form of encryption. However, Accurat's analysis identified data packets with similar patterns to these communications that were sent to locations across Ingress. The only Vulgus facilities capable of receiving such complex data packets are their strategic outposts. Descendant, your next operation will be to attack Vulgus strategic outposts across Ingress. If we can learn more about this new form of Vulgus encryption, we might be able to open the communications log that we found with the Vulgus commander. And then, hopefully we can learn the details of Eamon's orders to his troops to retrieve the Codex and this new weapon at the quarantine zone. It seems that in the time since the fortress was destroyed, the Vulgus have been plotting something new. If we want to be prepared for what comes next, we'll need accurate information. You have your orders, Descendant. Attack the Vulgus strategic outposts and gather information about the enemy's new encryption system. Alpha, the deployment of Descendants to attack the Vulgus strategic outposts was successful. We have secured critical intel, which will allow us to decipher the new Vulgus encryption system. The communications log that was with the Vulgus commander will be decrypted and uploaded to the command console shortly.
Received. Excellent work, everyone. I hope this log contains something useful.
Playing the Vulgus communications log. Recalibrating. Please wait. It's ready. Now...
This is General Amon. To all legions based in Ingus, I deliver orders from Kal-El.
This is... Alpha.
What is this? Nell, order all Descendants to return to HQ. The situation is serious. We need to react quickly.
Descendant, check the command console as soon as you arrive at HQ. It will be better if you listen to the Vulgus comms log yourself, rather than hear about it through the briefing.
This is General Amon. To all legions based in Ingus, I deliver orders from Kal-El. I'm bringing this message, and with it, the weapon for you to refine to all legions remaining in Ingus. Embedded within Vulgus legions, the weapon of the ancestors has become part of their power. Strike terror into hearts of the Descendants. Teach them their force. And it unbanks the history repeats itself. Just like the endless repeating pulsations of the Iron Heart.
Just get to the point. Damn it. What are they planning now? Since we decrypted Amon's message, we've been flooded with new information on the Vulgus. After we applied the new Vulgus encryption system to our surveillance assets, it's been non-stop. We now have crucial intel on the size of their forces, objectives, navigation routes, weapons, with more coming in. The most important part is that the Vulgus are armed with a weapon developed using Ancestors' technology. The weapon that you and Hailey dealt with. The Vulgus are deploying forces to strategic points carrying this new weapon. The quarantine zone was only the beginning. Fortunately, now that we've cracked the new Vulgus encryption system, we can use the modified Infiltration Operations Terminal to predict the targets of their attacks. Our problem is time and manpower. In order to respond to simultaneous attacks, we cannot deploy multiple Descendants at the same time to protect one zone. In a worst-case scenario, a single Descendant might have to manage the protection of multiple zones simultaneously. Our enemy must be aware of that as well. This invasion appears to be a long-term operation. But, Descendant, if we use the enemy's own strength against them, we might be able to turn the tide of this battle, even with our limited resources. It seems that the Ancestors' weapon uses inverted Ironheart particles as its power source. If those particles can be recovered, they can be used to enhance the Descendants' inversion reinforcement device. This means that the more fights you win against the enemy, the stronger you will become. Although, this power is dangerous. I will keep an eye on you to make sure that you do not exceed your limits. So, Descendant, I'm counting on you to defend against enemy invasions.
Descendant, there is something I wish to discuss with you. Did you feel there was something strange about Eamon's message? We were unable to restore it to its original state. But even with the sections that were recovered, it felt like he was deliberately disclosing information that should have been confidential. If I were Eamon, I would not have told his troops about the ancestors. It is common sense to keep military secrets classified, especially as Vulgus soldiers will be aware of the abilities of the Descendants. I believe Eamon's message is hiding something in plain sight. Descendant, we need you to defeat as many of the Vulgus commanders in strategic locations as possible. Do you think you can do this? Those Vulgus commanders are on the move. They will have already received Eamon's message. If we can retrieve their files, we may be able to fully restore the message. It will not be easy, but do not worry. I will provide analysis of the ancestors' weapons. We can do this, Descendant.